Hi, and welcome to another reading with me, Leenna. So today we're doing a read, which is a special request from Anna, and we're looking at will my project be successful? So we've got three options for you. You can choose from the Shell, from the Acorn, or from the Cedar Keyring. So I'm also going to be looking at the final outcome with the Emrys Oracle. And I'm also going to be looking perhaps with a few LeNormand there as well to clarify things at the end. So choose from your option from the Shell, the Acorn, or the Keyring. And while you're choosing, I'd just like to thank all my subscribers for their liking, subscribing, and sharing, and also for all your requests. It's always fun to do requests. And help you in that way. So let's look if you chose option number 1, the Shell. Will your project be successful? So you've got the 9 of Air, the 5 of Earth, the Hierophant, the Ace of Swords, the 4 of Submersibles, the 9 of Engines, and then you've got Harmony. So you've got 9, so eventually you should get a contract, but it may not be what you want. What you like about the project is the harmony, the sense of balance it's bringing you, the group that you're working with, but it's a lot of hard work. It's very little income, it's very little give back. And you're kind of not sure if you fit into the group because it feels like it's almost like a group project, or that you're doing a project that is part of a bigger project and you're not sure how it's going to fit in. It's almost a sense of being either the new kid on the block or working with people that are already sort of, they've already gelled into a working unit. So you may be working on something that you're new at, or that in a way that is new to you. You may have to follow rules, regulations, hierarchies, report to someone. You may have to give regular reports, and I feel that's online. For others of you, you may have to study a little bit further, get some kind of certification. And there's times when you're going to be bored with this project, and it will be a bit of a strain trying to get there. And you also worry that someone's trying to take something away from you, try to steal something away from you. So you have very mixed feelings about this project and about how it will work out. So you're not just looking for confirmation, you're looking for something a little bit deeper. So, before we look at the LeNormand, let's look at the Emrys Oracle. I feel there's going to be 2 outcomes here. So either you'll have this project at 2 different places and it will have 2 vastly different outcomes, or or there are 2 sort of stories for people that are watching. So one is the Moon and the other outcome is the Mirror. So the Moon means that I'm going to read it as the LeNormand type of indicator, and we'll see if it's confirmed by the LeNormand cards. That you will get recognition, you will be happy with the results. Your intuition is going to lead you down the right path, and you're going to enjoy, after what seems like a very hectic, stressful period, you're going to enjoy the rewards of it. Your name will be associated with the project in the way that you want it to be, and you will get recognition. Maybe not so much of a material reward as you expected, but that's what you're getting if the outcome is the Moon. If the outcome is the Mirror, you're going to learn a lot about yourself. You're going to see yourself or learn about aspects of yourself and the way you work and what you actually want out of life while you're doing this project. So will it be successful? We have the dog, we have the fox, we have the clouds, the bridge, the warp, and the clover. So it can be successful, but again, I feel it's not in the way that you think it is, especially if you're working with a friend, or if you were referred to this project by a friend. There's some kind of miscommunication here, or a lack of understanding, almost like you know, there's two different languages being spoken, and there's a lot of frustrations, but you'll very quickly get a good outcome, almost out of the blue. You'll get you should get a good lucky outcome. So I would say this project is moderately successful. It will help make your name, it will help put your skills out there, but it won't give you the outcome that you're looking for. So this kind of project is like a stepping stone for you. And you may want to make sure that when it comes to legalities, that you're looking at the legalities. So, you know, if you sign a contract that says you can't use elements of it for so many years and things like that, you need to be aware of it so this harmony can be maintained. And it's a lot of work for very little income, or perhaps even no income. So if you're willing to volunteer some of your time and resources now for your future benefit, then that, you know, option number one, the shell, was really, really worth it for you. But if you actually need the money, then there may be other projects which are going to be better value or investments of your time at the moment. So if you chose option number two, the Acorn, which is rolling away, I hope that's a good sign. Let's see what it says for you. Will your project be successful? So you've got the King of Water reversed. You've got Awakening, which is the Hangman reversed. Very interesting. You got the King of Cups again, not reversed. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune in a very good aspect. Then you have the Lovers. And you have the Lady of Engines, or the Queen of Wands, and then you also have Criticism. So you may be working with your beloved, or someone that you are romantically interested in, or you are, you know, it could be a joint venture with someone who you are very attracted to, or your partner in life. For others of you, working on this project, the main outcome in your life is going to be you meeting the love of your life. There's also a very strong commitment here, and for me this feels like a very strong contract. There's a lot of creativity. You may have felt stuck for a long time in this. It could have been because you got some kind of criticism that was hard for you to process, or could have been very misleading. It could have come from a place of jealousy, and maybe you didn't know how to proceed from there. But now you're pretty much straight, you know where you're going, you know you're onto a good thing, and there's a lot of ideas and a lot of drive behind it, and that's really impressing people that matter, or people that will support your project. So let's see what the outcome of this will be. And we have piano, which is probably music to your ears. Let's hope it's music to your ears. But it's also, for me, meaning harmony. It's meaning different aspects or notes are beginning to make sense and make a harmony. They're beginning to sort of build up into a rhythm that is really going to be persistent in your life. So will your project be successful? So we have the stork, we have the compass, the owl, the sun, the letter, and the side. I just want to pick one more. The side and the dog. So I'm not sure if some of you chose option number 1 and 2. Because for some of you it's a continuation of option number 1. And if that is the case, you can watch option number 1 and know that this is the maybe the final outcome of your project. But for those of you that just chose option number 2, yes, it will be successful, and yes, you will get a very good lucrative contract, but it will take some time. There's a lot going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of, and you may be asked to take a different direction, and this may be cutting out someone who's a friend, or a friend helps you. So there's 2 things going on here. For some of you, you could be working on a collaboration, you could be working with a friend, and I feel that it's something either to do with pottery or something like that, where you have to, where the contract is offered to you but not your friend. So your friend kind of gets cut out of the scene, and that could lead to some kind of that will lead to some interpersonal difficulties in the future for your friendship. But I think for you, in terms of the project and getting it to work and getting money out of it as well, it looks very good, and you also got the love there as well. Especially if it's someone that you've long admired, it's going to be reciprocated admiration or reciprocated love. For others of you, if it's not a friend being cut out, your friend may help you cut out certain clauses in contracts or deals that don't serve you well, and your friend is there looking out for you. For some of you, these friends or this friend could be a spiritual guide. Maybe it's your grandma, maybe it's your uncle, or you'll know who it is. It's your usual guide who will help you find your way forward. It's going to take you places, and you're going to really enjoy this a lot. And I think for this group, your name is going to be very, very, you're going to be in the limelight for more than 15 minutes. And this feels very much like a ceramic kind of project. I don't know why I'm getting ceramics or something like that, where you will get your gallery exhibition and things like that, and you'll be able to get your own line of stuff out. So, and it's going to be very high quality stuff as well. That may be a very specific message for one of you. And if you're not in ceramics, if you're in, if you're doing something else, like writing, you may have to edit out a character in your story in order for the story to flow better, in order for the story to make more sense. And if you're writing erotica, you probably want to keep it very simple. Keep the storyline very simple and very sort of one-on-one. So don't introduce more than one partner. So that's also a very specific one for someone out there. So that is what I'm getting for option number 2. If you chose the Acorn, which rolled away, so this should be a rolling success. I'm sorry, I can't help punning. You just have to deal with it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and good luck, and congratulations. Keep going with it. Option number 2, which was the Acorn. So as soon as I clear this up, we're going to go on to option number 3. Which is the cedar wood. Oops. The cedar wood. This one's jumping. The other one was rolling. This one's jumping. The cedar wood keyring. And let's see what it says about your project. Will it be successful? So we have the 5 of air reversed, the 3 of water reversed, the 9 of wands, the 9 of wands, and the 9 of swords on the flip side, the 10 of airships, which is the 10 of swords, the 6 of engines, which is the 6 of wands, and restlessness. Very interesting. So it looks like you have fluctuating interest in this project. You're never quite sure how much of time and energy you want to put into it. You have put a lot of thought and effort into it, but now you're beginning to think that maybe it's not going anywhere. Should I just scrap it and start something new? But another side of you is thinking, but I put so much of energy into it, and there's some part of you which really feels it's going to be a good thing, it's going to work out, you're going to achieve what you want to from it. But your days of stressing over it are over. You kind of sort of you're not sure what to think about it. You're kind of ambivalent about it. You want to go on to other things, and you're not sure. It's like you keep changing your mind about the project, not about what the project should be, but whether or not you should continue with it. And I think maybe that is showing in your project. It's obvious to other people how you feel about your project. So you may want to look at how you feel about your projects. So will it be successful? We've got the snake. I'm going to pick a clarifying one for the snake here. And we got the detour, which actually looks a lot like the snake again. So it looks like it's a long, windy road for you with this project. So I'm going to read the snake as not being toxic, but as being energy, that you are sort of, your energy keeps changing. And because this project may be related to energy in some respects, into your own energy, the look and feel or what the project is trying to communicate is also changing, and it's not stable. That's why we have this restlessness, which is interesting because we've got Mercury here. So this project may be more successful if you take into account astrology and Mercury retrograde. So if you keep leaving it off, it maybe, I don't know that much about astrology or where Mercury is. You may want to look about where it is in your chart. But I feel that if you have a stop-start effect with this project, that you will be most successful with it, working with it every Mercury retrograde. Because in a way your energy kind of moves back into a certain phase in Mercury retrograde, and that will kind of maybe give you more consistency to this project. So there's a lot of energy work or healing work and stuff going on with this. And it's not that it can't be successful, it's that you're not at the place to make it successful where you currently are. So let's look at, will it be successful in the long term? You've got the key. So I'm not sure what to do with this mice. I think I'm just going to leave it up there. You've got the mice, the man, the letter, the clouds, and the moon. So your like I said, your energy keeps changing in this. Your priorities towards the project keeps changing towards it, and you're not sure if it's communicating what you want to, but it is. It will in time. This may be a very spiritual project that you're working on, or one which requires you to be in a very spiritual mode, and perhaps you're going through certain aspects in your life that's not allowing you that stable spirituality. So let's look in 3 to 5 years, will this project bring you the kind of success that you're hoping for? And you've got the bear and you've got the flowers. So in the long term, yes, it will bring you a long-term sustainable success, and it will bring you the kind of gift that you're hoping for, or that you're hoping to give the world. But it's not something that you can work on a day-to-day, 9 to 5 basis. This is something that's going to depend on your energy and where you are at in your energy and how you feel about it. So here I feel again Mercury is a huge indicator of how successful you'll be, and that you need to take into account Mercury's restlessness or movement, particularly the retrogrades, in order to make progress in this project. So I know this wasn't a very sort of cut and dried answer like 1 and 2, but this is a very different kind of project. I hope it helps you and it makes sense to you. And I'm going to leave you there to think about your project and how you're going to proceed, or if you want to proceed at this time. And if you are watching this during a Mercury retrograde, then I would say this is your answer, that you should start working on it for the next 3 weeks. Okay, so that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much, Anna, for your request. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got your answer, and I'll see you in the next reading. So take care and keep those vibes high. Bye.